Good morning, humanoids. My name is Donna Brown. I am an access consciousness facilitator, a hypnotist, and I just came back. Well, I've been back from Brazil for about a week. And if you'll notice, my voice is actually lower than it's been in the past. And I thought that was part of what I call a healing crisis that I had when I came back. And it's not, it's an absolute wonderful thing. So, what do I mean by healing crisis? Sometimes when you make massive amounts of change, your body goes into what it's called a Herxheimer reaction. And I actually have a piece of paper in front of me. It's the result of every body system acting together to eliminate waste products and set the stage for regeneration. So, old tissues are replaced. And when I was at the foundation in Brazil, I did a zillion body processes. Okay, so that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's really not. I did a lot of body processes for a lot of different people. And everyone that asked, I said yes to, even though on the fourth day I knew I was slowing down. I knew my body had was making massive changes. And that's what happens when you are in this Herxheimer reaction, or what the holistic world calls a healing crisis. Our nervous system, we have the sympathetic nervous system, which prepares the body for intense physical activity and has that fight or flight response. And then we have the parasympathetic sympathetic nervous system, which relaxes the body, inhibits the body from overworking, and restores us to calm and composed. And so, what I noticed when I was going through this, so the healing crisis kind of looks like a cold. It goes to wherever you have your weakest point. So for me, in the past few years, I've noticed that my lungs get a little congested, and I've been sneezing and had a lot of snot. So my body is eliminating a lot of stuff from my system. So one of the tools that we can use, and they tell you this in Access Consciousness, is the Bach Rescue Remedy. And I don't know if you can see that, Bach Rescue Remedy. It's a holistic homeopathic, and it helps ease some of the symptoms. You need to stay on all your supplements and continue doing whatever it is that nourishes your body. What I noticed is this time when I had the healing crisis, and I haven't had one since the first foundation I took 5 years ago in Houston with Gary and Dane. And at that time, I came home and I wasn't really sure what was happening. I didn't recognize all the changes that were happening in my body. And I sat on my couch for 7 days and watched Netflix and ate food. Okay, this healing crisis looked a little bit different. I've had a lot of flu-like symptoms, but I've kept going about my business. However, I have been kind to me. And one of the things you need to know is that you need to be kind to you, because your body is making massive changes. And now that I'm getting on the other side of it, some of the changes that my body has made is that my voice has actually gone down, like it's lowered a little bit. And the reason it's lowered is because I am in parasympathetic nervous system, not the sympathetic nervous system, where my body has continually been in fight or flight. So something's changed in my adrenal glands and my adrenal system. I am calmer just about everything in general, which is woo, awesome, right? I didn't eat sugar for days, and one of the things I worked on in January, I did a lot of clearings on, was sugar, but something drastically shifted in the Brazilian foundation, and I no longer am eating sugar or craving it. So I'm not going to say I'll never have it, because someone gave me some cupcakes yesterday and I had one and it was good, but it wasn't like I wanted to eat all 6 cupcakes, which I've done before in the past. So that was interesting. I've had this pain in my upper left side for months, and I've been working with a chiropractor and actually rebalancing all of my system so that I can get I didn't have the pain, and then we started doing all the adjustments, and then I got the pain, and the pain was there, and we actually thought for a while maybe I had a broken rib, but my rib isn't broken. And it's just my body adjusting to going back straight. He is one of the ones that told me my head isn't straight on my neck. And actually I can see as I'm watching this, my head still isn't quite exactly straight, but it's not like this, like it has been in the past. So that's a good thing. And the pain is totally gone. The pain in my side, I have no pain. Everything in that part of my system is working. So I'm more in allowance of who people are. And instead of answering their questions, I'm starting to be the facilitator that I should have always been. What do you know? What's right about this that you're not getting? So I hear myself asking questions instead of trying to tell people what the answer is. Massive change. I stopped and listened to my body. So I tend to go from morning to night, like at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And sometimes that's not kind. Sometimes my body wants to be at that pace. And I wonder how much of that is, as a child, we weren't allowed to sit around and do nothing. We had to be doing something all the time. So if you're like me and everywhere you have to constantly be going and doing instead of just being, can you destroy and uncreate all that? And we're going to use the access consciousness clearing statement, which is right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. So I've stopped and listened. I'm in the process of knowing versus deciding. So something will come up and normally I make a decision, okay? But what do I know? What can create more? What else is possible? And I've started living in the question after this class, and asking, so the last few things that have come up, what will my life be like in 5 years if I choose this? What will my life be like in 5 years if I don't choose this? Those are 2 very good questions. And then I'm feeling into those questions. What will my life be like in 5 years if I choose this? And I can get a sense. And some of the things that I thought I would choose, it was like, no. And the not choosing felt lighter. And I'm like, okay, I won't choose this. I won't choose this. I won't choose this. In that process, which I've been doing with food, I recognize that I love soup. Interesting. My body loves warm food, and I feel full when I eat warm food. And that was something that I sort of knew about me, but now I know that I really need to ask my body what it would like me to choose. So, what will my life be like in 5 years if I choose this? What will my life be like in 5 years if I don't choose this? And I'm literally was in the grocery store yesterday, and I was asking that for everything I put into my basket. So, and there was a couple of things I wanted to choose just because the price was right, and I got no's. And I honored my knowingness, because that's the other thing. When we don't honor what we know and we go against what we actually do know, that's not creating more in our life. That's stopping us from creating our life. So everywhere you've done anything like that, can you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pop, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then the last time that 5 years ago, when I did the foundation and I sat on the couch, I was really condemning myself for sitting there and eating and watching Netflix, which is something, that's a heck of a long time to watch TV. And I'm not a TV person, so I do turn it on from time to time, or maybe late in the evening, right before I go to bed. So be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself, and everywhere you're being your mother to you, can you destroy and uncreate it all? Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. Everywhere you're being your father to yourself, can you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere that you're syncing up with your parents' brainwaves to chastise yourself for taking it easy, can you destroy and uncreate it all? right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So if you've had a healing crisis, just know that something dynamic has changed in your system, and you will see the changes in your life as you keep putting one foot in front of the other. Thank you. Again, my name is Donna Brown. I hope to meet you in person one day. I met such wonderful people when I was in Brazil. They made my trip enjoyable. They were fun to hang out with. I even did a video with somebody. So maybe at some point you'll see the video. So I want to thank you. Have a nice day. And remember, what else is possible? What can you do and be today that would create more in your life right away? Thank you.